Liquid up against TeamOne. The team that's got oh so close but unable to convert. The desk has discussed it, and now we're here to cast it. My name's Machine, got Spun J with me. And Inferno, one of the most familiar territories for any Counter-Strike fan.
Yeah, let's see if TeamOne can get a little bit closer than they did on Mirage. Team Liquid are just 16 rounds away here from qualifying for the playoffs. And the 1xBet odds not favoring TeamOne at all. They've blown out even more so, and we're into B. Yeah,
that's step one. Malbs looking to find an opening head and has swung on and now down. Rotate coming in, now set up for success here, but they do well to find and keep him honest. He's only taken one on that aggressive banana fight, so this three-man retake is shaping up nicely. We know PRT's smoke kit combo.
Not again.
The retake util is out, but the Glocks can hold him at bay. You just need to see some damage. PRT has dropped his smoke, so it's not going to be directly on the bomb this time. He's down, so is the kit. XNS low, Grim just keeps pushing, does not let them catch a breath, does not relent. 3 from Grim's pistol.
Yeah, Grim's been great, hasn't he? He's been really great, especially on the T side there. We were just catching him on Mirage, just running around entry fragging like a madman.
I think he also has the perfect second round buy because he took no Kev damage. He's got full armor, full nades, AK.
Beautiful.
All off his own back.
Dreamy, dreamy buy here for Liquid now. So just have to swat away these pesky deagles. And those deagles also have smokes behind them, 4 of which. Now I'm just gone for a molly and a HE instead. Let's see how much they can get done here, because TeamOne, they're really just searching for a map win, just to show that they can be competitive against the best here in this group. Oh, that's not the way to kick off the round. Damage is good. The kill, however, better for NAF. And with the 4v5 disadvantage, XNS is going to trade it up. That's an AK now, and he has a lot of his HP. He even has head armor with that one. That's very nice. Oh, and they've stacked B. This could be a force by conversion for TeamOne if they hit their shots.
Here comes Team Liquid, starting to hit the site, and they're starting to fall apart. The Deags have connected, shots hit. Consider that one just a save from NAF, and he's got 60 seconds as he tries to scarper away with just 10 HP as well.
I think they'll probably be more than happy just to let him hold on to this. They can pick up whatever gubbins they can from around the top banana there and equip themselves with better weapons going forward. But yeah, I think as soon as Elige goes down in that boiler room, they're left with no choice. They know that there's an AK now in a very aggressive position that could shut them down if they do try and walk back up mid. They try and rotate quickly before he's able to get over there and use the big gun against them. But regardless, the stack was in play, and TeamOne I'll pull off a nice one here. So we still have about 30 seconds. We may as well bring in these highlights. I'm telling you, you're not going to see a chase here.
You're not missing anything.
Nothing at all. So, yeah, just really locking them out. You can see running through the grey screen, even with the util. And that's a rough one to lose, but this is where you really just hope for Team Liquid that they can keep it together. Right? This is not where you want the game to be getting back in close environment. You don't want any frustrations to be coming on out. Just keep it calm, keep it cool, keep yourself collected here. Find yourself another AK. Good stuff. All right, 1-1. 1-1 for TeamOne.
1-1 for TeamOne. And TL looking to, well, ply their trade with a saved Galil. It's going to be the force buy back. The force buy wars begin. Get to see a double SMG set up for the CTs. And 2 preserved AK-47. So, I mean, this is the dream start. I mean, if you can't win the pistol, you smash the conversion. You smash the second, rather, and get your own 3-round conversion off the back of that.
Yeah, this would be a nice one to win, right? This would really help settle any CT-sided nerves coming out of the gates here. Util prioritized by Elige over armor, so we'll see where that comes into play. But this is quick banana control. Pasadeo with full banana control now. PRT, the double Ps, locking things down, and 3 players now reside on A. Malbs and XNS over towards that arch. So a couple of bullets to tag Grim up on his way out the door. And they're posturing right now for a bit more A pressure. Another smoke bottom of banana that will send them packing, but we really want to turn our eyes to what's going to happen with Halls Maluki and then arch side Malbs and XNS.
So NAF's going to have a little look prior to the smoke. Elige has that lined up, and okay, well, there's the reaction from the CTs, an incendiary exchanged.
They're still playing mid crossfire here. XNS and Malbs are still, well, were kind of committed Flash up, Malb set up. This feels like a shutout.
It certainly should be. And already, they're being warded off of mid, but they do start their commitment. Malbs, oh no, nothing. He's got nothing.
That's ugly.
PRT needs to step up to the plate now, and he's got nothing as well. A single frag is just not enough. It's Maluki's Mac 10 that makes it competitive. After all, the Deagle to save them. Okay, Grim, 1v2, makes it very swiftly into a 1v1. He knows where you are, Maluki. Gives you no time. And that's the save. Grim immediately fights back.
He responded very quickly there. Well played from Grim. I thought Maluki had done more than enough. He just stood, he delivered. It was scrappy, but they were the frags nonetheless. And then Grim just rips it away here. So back and forth we definitely do go. Lovely stuff here with that Mac 10. And
yeah, the Deagle third. Oof.
Yeah, that was great shooting here. But you can see Grim knowing the time's an issue. 15 seconds straight through the smoke, leaping on in. And reaps the rewards of that one there. So 2-1.
You will not play with me. You will not force me into some weird hunt where there's 2 seconds left and you're crouching in a corner. Great play from Grim. Preemptive stuff, and Team Liquid are straight back to it, I guess.
Fighting mid and banana simultaneously. Grim has been fantastic with just going for these aggressive openers. You can see the level, I don't want to say level of respect, but he knows that he can take it to them individually here, just really pushing and forcing his way through. XNS should get another here. And there it is. So 2 rifles to work with the bomb going down over towards B. I'm sure Maluki will want to hold on to his M4. XNS wants to get his hands on that Galil, but we should call this one done. A retake, not likely at all. Kill or 2, possible. You can see a Liege low floating around the chicken pit. Grim keeping it moving. Wanted to hunt for a little bit more here. Plenty of HP for him to work with, so why the hell not?
Yeah, and you've got that Mac 10. You may as well have a little bounce around. Oh my God.
So much.
I can't believe he's taken an M4.
That's crazy. And they even know where the final is. So XNS should be able to pick up that M4 if he is brave enough. There's nobody else hunting him right now. Elige, Stewie, and Fallen all just hiding over towards T-Spawn. Bomb goes off. Scoreline now reaches 3-1. And unfortunately, there's a whole lot of matter of time in the air to this series, right? We've had a couple of those games where you go in and there's an underdog and you think maybe there's a chance. But there tends to be just that air of, well, they're not really in control, are they, right? They're having to scrap and battle and fight for anything. And that, it doesn't feel like they're going to have a leg up in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a hero moment out of a Deagle. I haven't seen TeamOne have one of those. You know, like I've seen them lose them. I haven't seen them win the financial battle.
You see what's a bigger problem as well, right? It's only... This one here should just be them getting whittled down. I won't get excited. It's not that the Deagle forced with smokes before. This should just be peeling them apart. Is Maluki buying the rifle last rounds? Right? He bought the M4, which he had money to do because of the kills he was getting with the Mac 10 and whatnot, right? Has left him in a position now with only 2,400 lost into the next where he won't be able to afford an AWP. And even if XNS saves this Galil, he can't drop... Oh, he can now. Okay. If he lives, it might be all right. It's looking unlikely as well. Isn't it? I'm trying to paint all these pictures of how they can get an AWP into Maluki's hands, but I don't think it's going to happen, guys. Yeah, so if he lived, with those kills, he would have then had enough, right, to drop an AWP, but now not the case.
Yeah, poor Pesadeo as well. He was just hoping to catch something with the gimmick and burning in the Molotov, hoping someone pushes and didn't feel the need to clear it with the flame on the floor. Come easy to the boys of Liquid, and yeah, Grim's off to a real flyer. 11 frags in his sack, and we're only just 5 rounds into our second map.
I like Adren's beard.
Yeah, suits him.
It's a nice looking beard.
He's nothing but friendly, is Adren?
Yeah, he's always a kind gentleman. So this is the drama. You're about to see it reflected here in TeamOne's buy. So look, they're able to get the M4s out, but it's going to be light on. You can see Pastel here. He needs util. Malb's thinking the same. You don't ever want to see a star player operating with an MP9. They have a defuse kit, but until we see an AWP, they either have to convert this one, right? Well, even then, they're not going to be able to afford one. So, yeah, we'll take our time before we get to the AWP discussion, I suppose, because TeamOne are.
And we'll see where they choose to dispatch their blunt object that is Grim. I mean, look at that. Elige hasn't had to do anything in these opening rounds.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's a luxury to have. It always feels like there's a second member showing up in these games, right? You get Naf and Elige, you get Fallen and Elige, you get Grim and Elige. Like, there's always two of them, and that is mandatory.
I think a third would be necessary for the
big boys,
cream of the crop.
Yeah, for the Navis, right? Yeah, we need someone else. There's the retake util set coming out, but that's only going to buy them until just under 1 minute here. So if Team Liquid want, they can scurry for control of this. You can see even a molly in exchange. There's so many different ways. Like in Scissor, Paper, Rock, right? You know what beats what? Well, here it's kind of the same. It's just drawn out even more so. So this beats this, and this beats that. Right? There's so many maneuvers in the util set. Nice quick mollies to take this mid control. And they will be able to get up without too many problems right now. So with 45 on the clock, it will just come down to picking a bomb site and trading efficiently. TeamOne, to withstand this, are hoping that they can stall out the Liquid crawl with some multi-kills.
It looks like they want to go for a little lapse. Pop, Fallen and Elige joining Stewie. And the util to be dumped out through. Flashes are high, Pit is blind, and oh, they jump straight onto PRT. Fallen keeps it even, and then some. Seizes the advantage again, seizes the site, and oh, Naf looking very, very comfortable in that duel.
Oh, and you're saving the two worst weapons that you just invested into that round. The two who prioritized utility over firepower because they needed it for the banana control. So now it's an MP9 and a FAMAS. Yeah, indeed. I'd love to see Fallen maybe, yeah, there you go. Pick up an M4. Gonna get that in his hands, and well, things are going from strength to strength right now for Team Liquid. The only round that they lost was a janky Deagle round, right? Where they rushed into a B execute and got steamrolled. So other than that, it's been looking pretty good. And I think Pedo was tweeting about the only gun round in that first half of Mirage that TeamOne won was where Liquid pushed B apps into PRT. Remember that? So
that was it.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Not good at all. So if PRT, it does get this first one, Fallen arriving right in front of his face and getting a bit lost, Fallen then getting a second. And that was the A site loss. But they had about 18 seconds left as well, so not feeling too threatened by the clock, and it looks like it's all smiles over at Team Liquid HQ.
Yeah, I'd say quite the opposite for TeamOne, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just some of the opponents they've gone up against, right? And they've kept it close. The Gambit game is the one that sticks out.
But this would be such a stacked group, even more so if Furia had
That's true.
a fifth. Like,
that is true.
How many good teams are in this group? It's crazy.
Yeah, and Entropic are of a similar vein in the sense of, well, they've been competitive, but we were expecting more from Entropic. I think now for them to make it through, they'd require a miracle or something similar.
Yeah, their losses early. Like, they've had close games, but the losses have just it's cost them their chance.
Yeah, I think... Oh, hello, Elige. Let's see if he goes monster mode. I love seeing, like, watching Elige in that game when he was just on against NIP the other day. Everything he was doing was the right call, and sometimes you just hit that flow state as a player, where every decision, every angle, you know, every little moment, you're just hitting a shot. And Elige found that form just the other day.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing the intricacies of his 1v3 as well from that graveyard position, like the fact he had two targets in front of him. He heard the AWP fire a bullet and immediately just realized, right, that buys me just enough time to prioritize the rifler, then deal with device. It's all happening in, you know, a fraction of a second.
I'm running down the clock here a bit, Liquid. The mid to B would be the right play, but this is just going to be a wrap, and we'll have dispatched to the rifle.
Flashes are high. PRT's Deeg would have to find multiple targets here, and no Vesper Mound, but pistols are connecting. It's happening again. Malbs is happening again. And there's no time for this. Grim in the 1v1, he still wins it out. That's a shame. Both of the bodies dropped. X&S in the crossfire with Malbs, an heroic and Herculean effort with an MP9. But Liquid still leave with the round.
Get the 1vx bloody calculator out right now, because like there's another one to add to the tally, right? That one's for Liquid. That one's definitely not against Liquid, but there's just been so many of those moments.
So let's see it from Grim. You can see him coming in from short here. As the bodies are dropping, he deals with apps, and yeah, X&S didn't quite get away in time. Could have been a very different round if they weren't taking that engagement, and he had to prioritize the plant.
We could do a comparison here over these Liquid series. The guns are back out, and the AWP is out for Maluki, so maybe we'll give this one a fair crack at the whip. And there it is.
Lovely.
Instant impact.
Boosted up. Stewie trying to drop a standard util set, and it does lead to his demise. Some very early CT utility here, and oh, Elige has actually just taken down the boiler player. This gets awkward now. PRT perhaps baited in. Maluki does get the chance to find more impact on that CT AWP, and that's the angle from PRT, rewarded again. Shaping up nicely for the TeamOne second. Fallen. He's good, but is he 1v4 good? Don't think so. And neither does PRT. 3 from him on the A defense. That's going to be a confidence booster for sure. We'll see it again in the replays. We see Maluki getting that opening kill. Just a standard smoke out of Stewie, costing him his life. And 1 on the cross as well. Couldn't ask more from a CT AWP.
So I've just had a little bit of a look. In every single game that Liquid have played, they have been on the losing end of the 1vx situations in this group, right?
Interesting.
Against Entropic, it was 5 for 4 in favor of Entropic. Against Gambit, we've already spoken about that, 8-1. And then against NIP, it was 4-2. So they're losing out in those scenarios. I don't know where we're at exactly in this series so far. We can check in after we are done so. But Stewie sees the muzzle flash, just peeks off easy as you like. I don't think they were expecting that one. Malbs goes down, and now Banana Control with it. Conquered.
This is just a full BX deck. What do you think? So earlier you got top Banana Control. Yanko would be screaming at you, and they are going to go. The flashes are so good. Look how much space Stewie has by the time they peek out. Pesadeo with a quick death, and Maluki overextends in pursuit of something.
Can you believe they just did a B take without a CT smoke?
That's it. That's all you need, I suppose.
Just straight on in, hop on. The water's warm, says Stewie. Everybody joins him, and well, now it will just be the save simulator for PRT and XNS again. It just depends on how cruel Team Liquid are feeling. Do they want to try and rip these away, or are they more than happy to play things out by the book?
But yeah, something I was referencing there when I mentioned Yanko is just that he's often, in his school of Counter-Strike and school of thought, talked about finding an early kill on Banana and how that should just entice teams to go for those executes into the B nice and early. When you have that control, the CTs don't have the info. They don't know how many are there. It can lead to a very strong advantage in terms of baiting rotates later into the piece. There it is, another one for Team Liquid. 7 as the bomb explodes and the AWP hidden, you can see there over on the roof.
I'm going to give you some names, and we'll go, and I want you to pick which one of the names you would like, and we'll investigate their 1vx situation. So here, I'm going to pick one team from each of the groups before this one.
Sure.
Let's go with Mouse Sports.
Yeah.
Let's go with Fours. And let's go with Vitality. Which one of the three would you like to look into?
Give me Vitality's 1vx's.
Okay, let me go have a gander here. Now, they will have obviously played more games, so we'll just use... look, I'll get there, guys. Just trust me, all right?
He's got it. He's got it. Okay, so Maluki, again, going to be looking to find early impact. This time just responsible for any mid-crunch. And don't know where XNS's health went down. Was that the bang from Naf? Yeah, it was. All right, well, he's working with a little less. Malbs finds a little more. Stewie again, the opening death for Liquid. Oh my god. Oh, he's taken Maluki out and there's no return. He actually peeks out, nearly taking PRT down as well, but that's 2 players identified on A. They know there is an isolated defense on B as it stands. Fallen firing off shots, it baits out the smoke. They'll throw out one of their own, and it looks like the util implies it's a go. But the movement, quite the contrary, heading back.
Yeah, might not want to take too much risk on that one right there. Now, they still can flirt with the idea of this round, but I feel that the more they put the brakes on, who am I talking about here? This is Team Liquid. They'll ever go for it. They'll give it a crack. They're not going to go and save in this 4-on-3.
You know, if it gets a little sensitive, that incendiary could...
They have to push through.
By time, Pesadeo delivers. Kept at bay by the flame. That leaves them with just 15 seconds to play their game. Grim across to the pool, suppressing CT flashes, set up for success. Fallen asked to go clutch and stray bullets through the smoke. He just doesn't have time for this.
Save.
He has to get out. The safe avenue is Banana, and I don't know how he'll work that out within time. I think he has.
Oh, after time as well. That one is really going to sting. That's the difference, I suppose. with a team, if we talk Gambit, they wouldn't have even tried that 1-on-3. Sorry, 4v3. And then after the first kill entering into the site with the molly segregated here, Gambit definitely would have saved, right? Yeah, they are scampering away. Now, I was having a little bit of a look here. I just went for the first 3 series that Vitality had played. Against Ents, it was 5-4, so there's 9. We had 3 against Bad News Bears that they won, so we're up to 12. And then we have here another 11, so 23. So similar.
What was the haul for Liquid?
24, so you know, not too far off at all.
Yeah, not necessarily just a complete outlier in Liquid. And Alicia has been getting away with this time after time. He's done it again! XNS doesn't get a chance to breathe or blink before Elijah swung out for another. This time Aluki keeps it competitive. Grabs that incendiary, repositions to mid, and looks like the whole rotate's been summoned. Pesadeo and Malbs have evacuated as well.
Wow, okay, this is a huge call right now from TeamOne. Right, there's obviously a smoke to bottom of Banana, and they will have to respect that, but now as it fades, Team Liquid can start working on some space. Pesadeo gets that sound cue, and he can rotate back on over. So things are looking okay right now, and that molly is about to make things very hot for Maluki. They may have heard that as well. So right now, I'm not sure who has the informational advantage.
Yeah, it's a tough one actually to call and to separate.
I feel if they go apartments and they just go for a crunch on towards A here, they're going to get handed their ass. PRT and Pit. Maluki with a bit of utility to slow things down if he does miss a shot here on the short side. This is the fight.
Yeah, 30 seconds again. Liquid, got to find a way in. Maluki dropping his incendiary as they look to take off.
They just stalled again. That's 7 seconds. You can't run through that.
More where that came from as well. A little nade to soften him up, delay him further. 20 seconds as they charge on in. PRT from the graveyard position has to play for his life here. He needs to find value and has. Fallen's down and locked out as predicted.
Might have to put a bit more gusto behind setting Elige up, right? Because they're definitely flashing for Elige to find these fights. He's not just getting them on his own, but the fact that he gets them, then he's either going down because he's going for another kill or he's being isolated in the fight. They might just need another wave to come through and smoke and give him another flash to either keep him moving or join him in some of the space taking, because that's 2 rounds that Elige's gotten a kill top mid, and Liquid haven't been able to convert with an even field of 4v4.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a limping by previously into our 11th, now our 12th, just a single dig on Naf and Elige. Silent into the apps, courtesy of Fallen's head.
They're not going to lose one of these, are they?
Nah. Nothing to be concerned about. 1 Deagle bullet has connected into Maluki, but that should be about it.
Yeah, hard to see a lot coming from this. We could tell you a story.
We could try, but the last 4 rounds of play have seen 3 go the way of TeamOne. Team Liquid have definitely let it slip just a little. I like this angle. Yeah, I mean, he should have a vantage point onto this site player.
It's just so much for Grim to worry about.
Oh, even Pit maybe on that bike. Yeah. Oh, it's hard shots to hit. Grim can't convert. And that only confirms their suspicions now that it is going to be that A site take. 1 for Liquid. Stewie's found it out of their balcony position.
They'll take it.
It's something.
They have to take it. They didn't get anything else. So 7-5. Guns will come back out. No T-sided AWP available for Fallen now. And this is where TeamOne can get a respectable scoreline. The best they can manage here will be 8. Oh, a lot of util being brought in from Liquid here. They've prioritized Galils over AKs. So they have kept rifles in their hands here. What are they going to be opting for into round number 13? Will there be more behind Elige this time? TRT up close, drops a defensive molly. HE will follow. Aggressive play from Naf now, just trying to dissuade anybody from being too up close and personal. So they're working on their boiler and halls control, which they will get for free. So 3-man lean over towards the B bomb site right now. So if they were to trundle forward, they might be able to find an easier avenue, but it is the double pit setup. Banana control is, well, it's clear, and Malbs is actually pushing. This is a problem for Grim.
Whoa, Malbs. Late to the punch, doesn't even pull the trigger. Grim's element of surprise is enough to net them the opener, and it's on to one of the stars of the show. They've got full brackets control. They're pressuring onto this two-man pit setup, which is ambitious, to say the least. And here comes the Stewie project up long. It's got a Liege alongside, and oh, a lovely gap in the smoke for them to start their crawl. Pasadeo does fall off of the line as well. And Grim punished for his jiggle peaks, trying to maintain control and info.
This could be a big swing for Pasadeo.
It could be. They've crawled through. He'll have to suspect it when he calls it clear off the flash.
Oh, they know where he is now.
Yeah. Oh! Stewie knocks his head off. And now they can pincer into the site. This is that two-man setup. Let's see if it's worth its weight. Two around here. The graveyard push is coming in and still good for it. XNS and PRT deliver. Liquid weren't expecting to.
They just stayed stoic there the entire time, right? They didn't help their teammates who were in trouble in other parts of the map. They just kept two in the pit. They knew what the setup was. They knew that they had that site locked down if they came their way. And they get it converted. So TeamOne really getting some wind beneath their wings here. And this is actually an underrated kill from Grim. I know it looks like he's just holding a line, but that's on Malbs' tempo, right? Malbs is the one deciding when he is going to fight, when he is going to take the peak. Grim has to make sure he stays focused. Picks up a big kill, but not enough here. Scrambling now, Team Liquid will be pushed on down towards these pistols for round number 14. They will have one more shot at a gun round. But yeah, TeamOne, I'd be happy netting the half up in an 8-7 variety, considering how this one has gone in the earlier stages. Can get something a little bit more interesting out of Liquid here, right? They don't have to take the full save. They can upgrade a little bit, can get themselves some pistolas, a little bit of util, keep it a bit spicier. Maybe just go in for an all-in B, you know, see if you're able to dissuade that top banana play. Maybe Maluki goes picking with an AWP, you can pick that one up. Lots of ifs, buts, and maybes, lots of intangibles?
Yeah.
Intangibles.
Intangible.
Okay.
Cannot be tanged.
No tangent around here.
Not to be confused with intangerine. Well, this one's shaping up as a 7th, I say, and...
I say.
Golly gosh. A jolly good show out of the TeamOne boys. And this will be a competitive half. They'll be playing for the advantage in this last round of play. We'll get to see that potential for their T-side AWP. Fallen would have to sacrifice it. Yeah, he does go for it. Okay.
Not a bad bit of momentum either, especially if TeamOne get this final round. That'll be 6 on the trot to get them to the half. You know, if you're going to be starting to believe, we see their overpass is the 3rd map if required, and their overpass yesterday, not too shabby whatsoever.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
So let's see. TeamOne, this first half, the comeback has been impressive, but you're going to need to carry it through on your T side of Inferno. Not going to be an easy task.
No, absolutely. They could use every bonus they could possibly have. A last round here would be great. 2 up second mid, and this is an opportunity for PRT. His bullets in the right place. Attack. They finish the job at least, but it's a Liege that immediately responds through the smoke, catches the aggressions of PRT and Maluki, and
wow. Hold up a second.
Opting for the AWP to catch the flanker. Pasadeo going aggressive.
He seems aware.
Takes the fight down mid, and he knows where the last is, and that's the end of that. What was that? Deathmatch for our final round of play. 8-7, Liquid with the slightest of leads and looking to close it out in 2.
Hey Future Pros, back to Inferno today with a pretty useful Molotov. This molly will force back an AWPer playing close to porch. To execute this, use your KZ skills to get onto the corner of this railing. Aim below the wooden rafter and at the bottom of the cracked paint on the wall. Then jump and throw. This will force any AWPer playing porch side to move back onto the site, or play more aggressive, so watch out for that too. Good luck!
Now the groundwork has been laid for a potential third TeamOne. What looked like it was just going to be an open and shut Liquid Inferno. I mean, we got at one point, I think it was at 6-1. We actually saw a bit of a resurgence. In fact, stringing together some consecutives leaves TeamOne just lacking one. It's a 7 to 8 half. I've got Chad Birchall with me to break it all down, and Overpass was at least looking like a map that they could contend with up against the Ninjas in Pajamas yesterday, Chad. So should we get there? Should this T-side get us excited? Maybe TeamOne will find the elusive first map of their Pro League adventure. Liquid can secure themselves a full, secure playoff spot if they convert this Inferno half.
Yeah, so let's see. This pissed round is going to be very, very telling. It could just be Liquid picking up steam and running away with things here. And there's an awful lot of grenades over there on the TeamOne side. 2 with full belts, those nades. Couple ammo. No damage done, but the sound definitely echoes through Inferno as Stewie is the solo defender on this B bomb site. That's a decoy thrown on over. And, well, actually, that's done exactly what it was designed to do. Stewie looks like a bit of a tit right now. He's thrown out his smoke for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a weird one because they're going to fight to defend Banana without any of the control up B. Yeah, okay, Maluki loudly getting the info. 4 mid, he screams, he decrees, and now they'll execute into the wide open.
But Stewie rotated back as well.
It's kooky as hell.
Look at all the flashes for this retake right now. They have 4 flashes in total.
Okay. Flashes are going to be, yes, certainly available. And so is PRT. He actually wants to make them fight. Fake flash CT backs away from the counter flash. So many flash. They still stand to deliver mouths with 3 in quick succession on the Glock.
Chew him up, spit him out. This one's done.
Oh, well, I enjoyed that for sure. And I have to give Maluki's sacrificial leap extra bonus points for what it led to.
Oh, I cannot believe the decoys paid off that badly, right? Not only did it bait out the smoke from Stewie, it completely changed the course of this retake. There was never any plan in this round for Team Liquid to retake B through CT,
oh,
right?
Those were quick.
The fact that they were spotted is the reason that they all fell back, right? Is because they thought, well, they're just going to stay Banana, aren't they? If they've seen 4 of us, they'll just stay Banana and lock down Banana. Well, no. They quickly scurried in towards that B bomb site. They gave you all the territory you wanted. So Team Liquid, if they stuck to their guns, maybe a different outcome, because the USP's up Banana. A lot better of a fight than that over towards Ruins. So TeamOne set themselves up nicely here. Double nades top Banana again. As a scout, a UMP, couple of upgraded pistols and a light bit of utility is all they have to contend with here. Now, we saw Team Liquid struggle. See if TeamOne can keep this one cleaner than they did. Top Banana control already. Fallen starting to float CT spawn with his upgraded scout. Now, he's not going to be able to do a lot if he's behind the smoke wall. He might need to get over to Coffins. Lickety split.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on finding and booking Stewie 2K. The spray actually finishes the job. But that was his smoke. They baited it out with an incendiary. And that's all they wanted.
Looks like they're slinking back down Banana now. So XNS is the forward man, the point man, over in towards that boiler room currently. Now, if they have too much resistance mid, they can always return to Banana because Maluki still has top Banana control, right? So there's not too many worries right now if you're a TeamOne fan. They should be converting this one, even if they're going into the stack.
Yeah, Malms continuing to hit some shots, and with the smoke denying Elige's got nothing to really say about this, and they're actually slinking away. Maluki walked into B as the contact was felt on A, and that's, I mean, that's the perfect play. They're just not allowed to get caught out on the flank. No, the CTs don't go pushing early, so there really is no risk here.
I would kind of be happy with this if I was Team Liquid, because you're not going to lose everything now. Whereas I think if they did walk into your bomb site, you probably walk away with nothing. So
Don't speak too soon, Chad. It does look like they've dispatched a little hunt.
okay, the dog's a lot off the leash here.
Yeah, so PRT bounding around with the MAC-10 and Maluki with one as well. Pesadeo is going to crawl apps. I think they're going to go for a full-on hunt here. This is actually very promising for TeamOne. If they can seize as much of a lead as possible here, and by taking all these weapons away, if they're allowed to, it looks like Naf causing some problems for them. Fallen has been brought down very low, finished off, so no scout for him. Naf maintains
Pesadeo, though.
his, and yeah, Pesadeo coming in from the apps will take it all away. Wow, that works out wonderfully. No complaints from TeamOne there. And that's the 9th on the board. Liquid bring nothing through it. This is Stewie behind the smoke. I think he just got caught on the jump, and I don't know, did he expect Maluki to stop spraying? He didn't start to evade that.
I think the molly made it difficult for him to navigate. Like, I guess he could have jumped backwards into the water or gone wider.
Still a bit spit booky, yeah.
Yeah, it's not something you want to be getting away with. So, okay. Well, TeamOne should be set here for their 10th round. This is looking great. Now we are getting back to regular programming with Close But No Cigar, Heartbreak and all that jazz as we're into B.
It wouldn't be a TeamOne game, Chad, without viable opportunities to win. They've got to have a couple of those and then have their heart broken by just a saved deagle. Oh man, USPs, what's happening? Hold on, hold firm. Malv has been dinked. 2 of them within the one-shot radius of Fallen's USP and Naf's scout. So yeah, Maluki, you really have to save the day here, and another one bites the dust. He's so alone.
Come on now.
Holding on, waiting for the backup to arrive, and here comes the cavalry. Maluki needs to save TeamOne from utter embarrassment.
I think they're all right. They're definitely all right.
Okay.
They're all good. They're all good. Fallen trying to get tricky with it, seeing if you could go around the world in time just to give them a different avenue of approach here, but now it's going to be too little, too late. So it was a nice kill with the wild USP.
He hasn't checked it.
I don't think it's going to matter. I told you it wasn't going to matter.
Don't know, maybe I'd have liked to see a little knife kill or something.
Well,
could have got all the nades then.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't think he was going to get presented with a completely back-turned Maluki.
Stationary and back-turned Maluki.
Well, okay, so really,
it's on his
I undersold this, because if Fallen did make that kill, maybe he could have won that round.
He certainly could have.
Yeah. All right.
All good. All good.
It's not like all of his teammates just saw that either.
No. Unlucky, mate. NT in the chat.
Nice try.
NT.
Next time. Let's get him, boys. Going around now. Yep. Let's go.
Ooh, and a stagnate success. Even Malbs is looking worse for wear. His jaw hanging loosely on by the cheek. That left a mark. Yeah, okay. And up against a fully bought up Liquid, they're already hampered.
I don't want to be that guy, but there is no kit for Liquid, so if TeamOne do find an avenue in, maybe we can get talking about this. Fallen isolated towards short. We'll need the backup of Elige towards long. Grim anchoring pit.
Yeah.
And a well-timed smoke here, so just sub 1 minute. In exchange, they'll have a lurky one come out of apps. That'll rejig this CT defense. Fallen's tucked in passively towards the site. Grim's still staying alive in pit. And Grim still has a smoke. That might be the difference maker.
Okay, XNS is starting his crawl now. And elevated over the smoke of his own design is Grim. He knows these angles well. He's forged them through use of his own util. He loses Elige in the process, but Fallen's Orb still vigilant on the site. And Team Liquid repel the invaders of the A site. Just holding on to his AWP now is Maluki. And those B defenders, they're going to be in a position where they could perhaps catch him. I think they are wrapping around T-Apps early, so careful now, Maluki. If you die after time, you're going to be left with nothing more than 2,900.
Oh, he might die. Oh, he will die. Well, you're right. Lucky he went down before the time expired there, but he will lose that AWP and he won't get one back. So nice little hunt there. And this is as soon as the rifles come out, Team Liquid immediately get themselves a double nade kill.
Well, we should definitely,
single nade kill.
Take notes, though, for your matchmaking games. That pair of nades looks like a perfect way. If you get info of someone getting close, rushing half wall, bam. Yeah, that's a perfect one. One over the top, one off the wall. An opening kill in a map that really does tend to favor those in those 4v5 conversions or 5v4 conversions, to excuse me.
Aggressive?
Yeah. And against pistols, I can't believe he's going for a repeat. That's very brave. So is this from Stu. Happy to take full banana control info on his own. And that'll do.
Yeah, you can see that this is where we talk about the different configurations of utility for Banana here. So in this configuration, obviously wanting to go for the deeper clear, Molly logs, Molly deep Banana combo with that smoke, and they're able to clear out the close wall with a couple of good flashes, a couple of good nades, and Colin, done a few shots. He hasn't connected a whole lot here. Elige, well, he'll do the cleaning. And Grim comes in just to pick up that final sock left on the floor. So a spotless round. Team Liquid walk away with all 5 surviving. 2 AKs they're rocking right now. Let's see if they can turn 2 into 4. I'm sure Naf and Elige would love to get themselves some of those beautiful bad boys. As they're coming through the smoke, a nice little spray there.
It's just what an M4 player dreams of.
Yeah, it's the type of stuff you want. It's the type of stuff you need. And now we need Maluki on this T-side AWP when they know there is quite the disparity in his CT versus T-side stats. Let's see if he can find some impact with that. Oh, he's been tagged down immediately here, so this is aggressive.
Oh, very aggressive, and it's resulted in an advantage. TeamOne, given that opener, Stewie responsible for this top banana info. Now the flash will come over from Naf. I'd expect Maluki to respect it, and has.
Good info play, right? They needed some space there. Oh my God, these double nades.
That's cool.
Stewie and Naf, I think they're quite in sync here with releasing these bad boys. Not skipping a beat.
Not at all, and they want more. Another re-aggression. They've done this twice now. They've still got a smoke. Oh, that's brilliant. And Elige and Grim on the other side of the map is a partnership of its own. Aggressive in the boiler, both recede. It's very familiar territory for these boys.
If they double pit right now, this is great. Stewie can pick up the slack on Arch side. Grim still has a smoke to drop at his feet, and Naf has one remaining here to lock down the B bomb site just in case they're pressured. The gap that they're trying to slip is Stewie's domain.
Young Stewart, 2000. AK-47 and 4 adversaries. This is first on XNS, and they will be forced to drop the smoke. Still that 2-pronged pit setup. Now starting to take their chances. Will they be ready for Grim? The answer is a resounding yes. Stewie's push is caught, 2v2. Perhaps Pesadeo and Maluki have got more to say. They do need to find Grim now, and working on it as best they can. Bomb into the site. Maluki, with 5 seconds to spare, is being wrapped, and now all onto one man. Pesadeo up against 2. Loudly stampeding in, and Grim just doesn't really seem to miss. His time to kill is right up there. Double from Grim's pit hold.
Yeah, they're not afraid. That's one of the key things with the way that Team Liquid have been approaching every game in this group is they're playing some ballsy Counter-Strike. They're willing to take fights. They're willing to press you. When you think you're going to get a breather, they'll just get stuck in. Felt mandatory that kill from Stewie after you saw how the rest of things kind of shaked on out. Elige not getting anything done. But Grim, well, he makes up for it in kind. And now it's 11-10. A real opportunity for Liquid now to post their 12th. Fallen was saved in AWP, so thank you very much to Naf. And it will just be a half per chase from TeamOne. Deagles, Tech9, P2 Fitty. We've seen them win rounds on these low buys before. You'd almost be gagging for one right now. That would keep Team Liquid on notice here. Aggressive molly. Yeah, feels like an app pop, doesn't it? Looks like an app pop.
Yeah, it's got all the makings of one. If Grim hears that pinfall, he might throw a bullet or two. Hasn't done so. And Elige actually choosing to drop off and respect that smoke. Stewie with a full banana push to confirm that it is the A all-in. Just that lurker found. Grim blocking them as they try to leap out. It works fine, it works wonderfully. Him and Elige, no issues whatsoever. Pesadeo's Deek, short-lived success, does put a couple of players on the rebuy, but 12 now locked in. And that's 4 in a row for the Team Liquid defense. If TeamOne were going to give us any kind of evidence, any hope that we are going to have a full competitive game here, it would require a hot one out of this timeout.
Bit of a detail on this one here as well. So the plan from this maneuver was to nade Grim, who's played the bike position and been a bit of an issue for TeamOne in multiple scenarios. They had a couple of HEs to try and rock there, and well, they weren't playing the bike position, right? You can see where Elige, where Grim was. They had a different setup, and they're able to make up for maybe the shortcomings of each other. And it will be a buy from TeamOne here. Just take your time to discuss and make sure you know exactly how you want to progress with these final few rounds of play. 7 more within regulation if we do go the distance. But only 4 more for Team Liquid here. Denying another plant, stopping TeamOne, not allowing any saves. That's going to put you in a great position if you're a North American fan.
Oh, they're collecting chickens.
It's a daisy chain. Well, not daisies.
Fallen.
He's lovely. He's not getting a lot with his moves, though, is he?
No, he likes his Aggie move, and Maluki might challenge him out. Oh, and he does.
He's really not getting anything for his aggressive plays.
And that's the response out of Stewie. A quick wrist breaker onto the Pesadeo jump. Catches them as they progress through the half wall. And that seems to be enough for Naf. Like, he's happy to rotate off and leave Stewie's AWP as a responsible caretaker of B. Unfortunately for him, it seems like the call at the moment from TeamOne is to gather their resources.
Yeah, they're calling a gamble right now. It felt like Stewie even wanted to get a move on. Naf's coming back over now, and oh, he won't get there in time. So this might be a retake on B or a save call, because here they come.
Smoked off, you've got nothing you can do. He's waiting to boost up Naf, and
I feel that's going to be predicted here.
yeah, it's certainly going to be pre-aimed, you'd expect. Down goes Nafly. The rest surely going to want to save this one. Grim and Elige, it's just not worth it.
Well, you don't see a huge amount of Liquid saves, but this one makes a lot of sense. So gambling incorrectly, expecting it to be another A finish here. But not to be the case. Might need to start putting a leash on himself, Old Fallen, right? Like, he's gone for the apps push, he died. He went for the mid push, he died. Like, it's great to see him still wanting to be aggressive and find openings, but he's stepping that, he's going that one step further.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not just holding an aggressive line, he's manufacturing an aggressive line.
Sure. I think the T-Apps one definitely is a good example of that. Pushing down, trying to fight second mid. I mean, it's viable. We see Orpers go for it. There was a timer on it through the flames, but Maluki just decided he'd rather...
It's a miss molly there.
Oh, it is a miss molly. He took no damage from that.
Yeah, so it looked like that mainly landed in the trench, right? So it was a bit of a flub in terms of the util being the unraveling moment. They can get the buy again, right? But things are still pretty precarious for Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty for TeamOne is that they know they're up against a double AWP. Stewie put his in the feed. Fallen went aggressive. I think it's safe to assume there may be another in play, but when you're up against those AWPs, if you can just keep punishing that B site, retakes just look less and less appealing.
That util on the jump up. Look how low they are already. And they're just going with it.
Wow, XNS is taking a lot of liberties here, and he's going to get cleared. Back turn, Fallen, that's a big frag to find. High impact frag to post.
4v5 on the other foot right now, so that's a great response there from Fallen. Now he can tuck away and play passive. I don't think they want anything to do with that arch side. Turning their attention again towards B. Denied by the drop of the smoke, and well, Elige denying even more. So PRT also hits the floor, and now it is a 3-on-5 situation with B being the only viable bomb site right now.
Yeah, I think you can tell what PRT was thinking as well. He's just like, right, perfect. You're crawling A, you're crawling B. I'm going to get myself into the boiler and lurk. Elige is there actively contesting, and oh, the frags come one by one. Pre-util. Stewie's in a prime position to punish anything from that elevated position of Pesadeo. Oh, and Maluki's his next one. Clearing it out. Nafly collects his 13th, and that's a spotless defense from our North American squad.
Yeah, so I think now it should be another buy here coming forward from TeamOne. have enough to do so. It's enough to even get a Maluki AWP out if they'd like. I've seen him buy into a rifle here, but you can see the difference, right? Fallen getting the opening kill as opposed to Fallen going on down. Makes a world of difference here, and Stewie hitting a couple of tidy AWP shots. Not overstepping the mark, not rushing things here, even standing in the flames. They will get the buy out. PRT on the Deagle, and he's been kind of nifty on that. Hasn't been terrible in terms of his Deagle work. Extinguish and Banana. Malbs would love to see some more impact from him here. He's going to get caught in the open, and Stewie will unleash back-to-back AWP openings now for Team Liquid, and Stewie's going for more. It's just going to be way too easy for him. A second kill, a 3v5 established one more time, and 1:30 still on the clock, so things for Team Liquid are looking great for the 14th. And from here, Alex, they should be able to just sail home.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the boat. They are just, maybe, what, I can't think of a single nautical reference. What do we do with the sails?
You put them up.
Put them up and down.
Yeah, I guess you need to worry about the wind.
We lay anchor, but what do we lift anchor?
Well, I would say right now we've probably got a 25 knot easterly breeze here blowing to get Team Liquid back home. Now, obviously, they're coming from Europe. They want to go the long way.
Yeah, it's probably no coincidence that North America's best team spends most of their year in Europe.
Where the best Counter-Strike is.
Yeah. And I mean, that's one of the reasons you've been grinding so much recently.
That was always the case. Europe always had the best CS.
Yeah. But you were just saying you had that realization that now you actually get a chance to play it every day.
Yeah, I get the luxury. Lucky me.
Here they come. Lots of nades. Stewie's already found impact, and he is burning to a crisp. So that's one way to, I suppose, open up the B-bomb site. If they do deal with Naf's boosted position, we've got a conversation to have here, and no one's pre-firing it. They're in, though, and he hasn't found another frag, so Fallen...
This is fading.
He's going to deny it. This is perfect. They can't even plant. The frags have come through. There's no time. And the 14th is locked in, courtesy of Fallen. Just not enough time on the clock for them to piece that one together.
And no plant means no full buy. So TeamOne, you got to be scratching your head again, not being able to break that bomb site in enough time here. These are the openings from Stewie. I'm sure you all remember them. Nice and flashy on the second one here. Just must catch the toes, leaping through the smoke. Waiting for a flash, maybe waiting for something. Even just delaying his death, right, is them keeping their eyes on his position. Here's the Fallen aggression again, jumping across mid. It's going to have a free peek, and this time we'll find an opening. So things have gone from bad to worse in the last, what are we looking at? 3 rounds now.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, the downward spiral continues. Light buy, some pistols.
Writing's on the wall.
It is. /.-/.com. So TeamOne are going to essentially be leaving Pro League without a single win so far.
Yes, they play Entropic tomorrow. So unless Entropic win today, both of those teams will not be able to progress. And even then, you know, I think it's going to be a bit of an odd one. So Bad News Bears is going to be updating their bio soon, I believe, if things continue in this direction for TeamOne. But here we go, the final chance for TeamOne. The buy, it's in. They've got everything they want and more. Their AWP with the AWP, their rifles with the rifles, and the util to make the round possible. But what's the call? Malbs, tasked with Banana one more time. Car Molly cops a big chunk of damage again, so softened up to 82. Exchanging nades this time round. Will hold Stewie at bay, but he gets a tag through the wall.
Yeah, he's been a real nuisance with this AWP ever since it's graced his palms. He's looked very effective with it. Confirms the Maluki's pushed up on the line, and that might incite a smoke. That's if he fires off another shot.
You don't want to walk into this dry, do you?
You really don't.
Come on now.
And not as Malbs. You know, he's supposed to be second in, clearing up, closing out.
They're just creeping. They're just looking for a frag here. They're not actually committing, right? Look where the bomb is. So they're just applying as much pressure as they can, allowing Maluki to search. Alicia's rotating over now, so if it is the B finish, there will be 3 players from Team Liquid here.
They've boosted Naf. Stewie might return to Emo here, and that's what they've been waiting for. Hasn't given them that line.
It almost feels like it has to be B with how much they've committed. We're down to 40 seconds.
Yeah, just a slow wait and it has enabled Elige to be here ready. Still util available as well. They could be smoked off at 30 seconds if Stewie drops it now.
Nav has a molly too.
Oh, they're in trouble. They're in deep doo-doo. Stewie, oh, peeks out to collect. More frags for him. That's a lockdown. First two in the feeder, Liquid, and the rest falling into place. It's quick, it's efficient. It's Team Liquid securing a spot in the playoffs. First team to do so, first game of the day. But that's big, a 2-0 conversion, and Team Liquid, you will see more from them